Today we are going to understand the difference between traditional RAG and agentic RAG. Both try to give better answers by using information from documents or other sources, but the main difference is this. Traditional RAG usually searches once and then answers. Agentic RAG can plan, check what it found, and search again if needed. So in this session, we will see why agentic RAG is more flexible and when traditional RAG is still good enough. Let's start with the problem. Sometimes the first search does not find strong information. It may find only a small piece of evidence or it may find something slightly off topic. Traditional RAG usually still moves forward and gives an answer from whatever it found. Agentic RAG is different. It checks whether the evidence is strong enough. If the evidence is weak, it searches again. So agentic RAG behaves more carefully before answering. The simplest way to understand the difference is this. One is a straight line and the other is a loop. Traditional RAG takes the question, retrieves some information, and generates an answer. It does this in one pass. Agentic RAG has more steps. It can plan the search, use different sources, check the evidence, and then loop back if something is missing. So both are trying to answer the same question, but agentic RAG has a better process for difficult questions. This slide shows the basic traditional RAG pipeline. First, the user asks a question. Second, the system retrieves information, usually from one vector store. Third, it adds that information to the prompt. This is called augmentation. And finally, the model generates the answer. The important point is that once it reaches the generate step, it does not usually stop and ask why my retrieval is good enough. Now let us look at agentic RAG. Instead of immediately searching once, it first plans how to search, then it retrieves information immediately from one or more sources. After that, it checks whether the evidence is enough to answer the question properly. Only when it is satisfied does it generate the final answer. If the evidence is weak, it goes back, changes the plan, and searches again. The first extra ability agentic RAG adds is planning. Planning means the system thinks about how to search before searching. For example, if the question is big, it can break it into smaller questions. It can decide which source is best for each smaller question. It can also rephrase the search if the first search does not work well. A simple example is a good researcher does not open a random book first. They first decide what they need to find. The second extra ability is using multiple sources. Traditional RAG often searches only one place, like a document store. Agentic RAG can choose different tools depending on the question. It may use a vector store for company documents, web search for fresh information, or a database for exact numbers. Think of it like a librarian who can use books, the internet, and a calculator. That librarian can answer more types of questions. The third extra ability is self-checking. After retrieving information, agentic RAG asks, does this evidence really answer the question? It can notice if the result is weak, incomplete, or contradictory. If the evidence is not enough, it does not rush to answer. It searches again. This is like checking your homework before submitting it. You may find a missing point and correct it before the teacher sees it. This slides compare the traditional RAG and agentic RAG directly. Traditional RAG usually does exactly one search. Agentic RAG can do as many searches as needed. Traditional RAG usually uses one source. Agentic RAG can choose the right source for each step. Traditional RAG normally does not check its own evidence before answering. Agentic RAG does, but there is a trade-off. Traditional RAG is faster and cheaper. Agentic RAG is more careful, but it can take more time and cost more. Let us understand with a real example. Suppose someone asks which products had refunds rise last quarter and why. Traditional RAG may search support tickets once. It may find some related complaints and answer from that, but it may miss the actual refund numbers because those numbers are in a sales database, not in support tickets. Agentic RAG handles this better. It plans that The question needs two things: refund numbers and customer reasons. So it checks the sales database for numbers, checks the support tickets for reasons, and then connects both before answering. Now, agentic RAG is powerful, but it is not always necessary. For simple FAQ questions, traditional RAG may be enough. If there is one clear source and one clear answer, planning and looping may be extra work. Also, if budget or speed is important, traditional RAG can be better because it is cheaper and faster. So we should not use agentic RAG just because it sounds advanced. We should use it when the question really needs it. There are a few common misunderstandings. First, agentic RAG is not just traditional RAG with extra steps. The planning and checking change the quality of the answer. Second, more looping does not always mean a better answer. After enough evidence is found, the system should stop. Third, traditional RAG is not obsolete. It is still useful for simple single source questions. Fourth, agentic RAG does not always need a totally new database. It can often use the same vector store, but with planning and checking around it. Let us recap the main idea. Traditional RAG retrieve once and answers. Agentic RAG plans the search, can use multiple sources, check the evidences, and searches again if required. Traditional RAG is good for simple and fast lookups. Agentic RAG is better when the question is complex, needs multiple sources, or needs stronger evidence. So the key difference is not only retrieval, the key difference is the loop: plan, retrieve, check, and improve before answering. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.